Hey friends, welcome to this new video. Today we're talking about the story and the events of Garten of Banban 8. The new chapter of the series created by the Euphoric brothers is finally on the way, and thanks to the trailer and the teasers released in recent days, we can start to get a clearer idea of what awaits us. In today's video, we'll analyze everything we know so far. The story, the major events, the mysterious characters making their debut, and all those hidden details that only the most observant fans have noticed. In short, it's going to be a journey through theories and previews, all in true Garten of Banban style. So, if you're curious to find out what this new chapter is hiding, stay with me because we're going to dive deep into it. From the increasingly creepy atmosphere to the new areas of the kindergarten, from the old mascots that might return in an even scarier form to new creatures that could forever change the balance of the saga, there's really a lot to talk about. But before we start, as always, remember to subscribe to the channel and leave a big like if you too can't wait to play Garten of Banban 8. On this channel, you'll find all the latest news, updates, the wildest theories and gameplay as soon as the game becomes available. So hit the notification bell too, so you won't miss a single video. But now let's finally dive into the heart of the game. Let's begin with what will most likely be the starting point of Chapter 8. And to do that, we have to take a step back and connect directly to the ending of Chapter 7, which left us all breathless. In the ending, in fact, we witnessed a truly shocking moment. After discovering the mysterious mural of Flambeau, Syringion attacked us. That mural was never meant to be seen by anyone. It was a well-hidden secret. And yet, driven by curiosity and the desire to understand what's really going on, we found it. And this is where our theory about the beginning of Chapter 8 comes into play. In the official trailer, we catch a glimpse of a prison with a heavy, tense atmosphere. And what if that prison is exactly where our new adventure will begin? After Syringion's attack, we might have been captured and locked up as punishment for discovering that secret we were never supposed to find. Let's not forget who Syringion is, the mayor of the city, but with an authoritarian and oppressive attitude. He controls everything and everyone. The citizens never oppose him. They blindly follow his every command. If he decides to lock us up to protect his secrets, no one will stand in his way. No one will come to rescue us. We'll be completely alone. And so, it's very likely that our adventure in Chapter 8 will begin in that prison. A dark and tense beginning, but full of narrative potential. We'll have to find a way to escape, sneak past the guards, learn how the structure is built, and maybe even find an ally hidden in the shadows. This first segment of the game could also be the moment where we discover new mechanics, face new puzzles, and dive even deeper into the lore of this strange city ruled by fear. And from there, anything could happen. Once we break out of the cell, the world of Garten of Banban 8 will open up before us in all its madness and darkness. Now let's try to imagine what could happen right after we manage to escape from the prison. We've overcome the first major challenge. We've broken out, maybe with the help of some object we found, a puzzle we solved, or just a lucky break. But as soon as we're outside the bars, things don't calm down at all. In fact, this is where the real complications begin. In the trailer, we saw a very interesting scene. The protagonist is following Banban, who at that moment still appears to be in his normal form, calm, almost friendly. And this specific detail opens the door to a new theory. The encounter with Banban might happen right after escaping from prison. We're confused, exhausted, we don't know where to go. And suddenly he appears, Banban. But we know very well that we can't fully trust him. Because let's not forget, Banban is friends with Syringion. The two have a strong connection, even if it's not completely clear. But one thing is certain, they're on the same team. And that makes Banban an extremely dangerous character. He could pretend to want to help us, act like an ally, but in reality have a malicious plan already agreed upon with Syringion, ready to trap us again or use us for some dark purpose. So what happens? We, unaware or maybe just a little too naive, decide to follow Banban. We trust him, because at that moment we don't have any better options. But step by step, he leads us toward a new area in the game, Syringion's clinic. That's right. One of the officially confirmed locations for Chapter 8 is a strange clinic, and everything suggests that it could be Syringion's headquarters. A place where experiments are carried out, where other characters might be held prisoner, and where madness takes shape. And it's there, in that clinic, that Banban and Syringion's plan could finally unfold. Maybe Banban will hand us over directly to Syringion, or maybe he'll trap us himself, or even worse, he'll abandon us inside the locked clinic, where we'll have to face a new creature. And now the situation gets more complicated, a lot more complicated, because in the trailer we saw a scene that caught everyone's attention, a sequence set inside Syringion's clinic, where the protagonist finds themselves running from a monstrous new creature, a completely new character, never seen before, but with a truly disturbing design. It looks like a giant lobster, a massive creature with sharp claws and a deformed, almost biomechanical body. From the very first glance, one thing is crystal clear: this lobster is not our friend. He's not here to help us, he's not a neutral character, he's clearly a new threat, an enemy created or perhaps released by Syringon himself. And at this point, a new theory starts to form. What if it was Banban who led us to him? Let's think about it. Banban guided us into the clinic, showed us the way, acted like a fake ally, but in reality, he brought us straight into a trap. And that trap has a name: the giant lobster, a creature that could be the result of Syringon's twisted experiments. The scene shown in the trailer makes it very clear. We find ourselves in a moment of frantic escape, chased by this monster through claustrophobic hallways, rooms lit by flickering lights. This is going to be one of the most intense moments of the chapter, a real race against time where we'll have to run, hide, and maybe even find a way to defeat or temporarily stop the lobster. We might need to solve a puzzle while he's chasing us, or use the environment to our advantage by activating traps or mechanisms that will allow us to slow him down. Maybe we'll have to make him fall into a shaft, or lure him into a room filled with anesthetic gas, or we might just have to keep running and hope we don't take a wrong turn. After we finally manage to defeat the lobster, the situation will take an even more dramatic turn. Just when we think we're finally safe, Banban will decide to take matters into his own hands decisively. We will finally see his new transformation, that horror and terrifying form we glimpsed both in the teaser and in the official trailer. This transformation will make Banban much more dangerous, aggressive, and frightening than ever before. It will be a moment full of tension and fear because we will have to run from him once again. He will no longer be just a trick but a true living nightmare hunting us relentlessly. During this desperate escape, we might find ourselves in a cave, an area the Euphoric Brothers have already confirmed will be present in Chapter 8. And not only that, they also clearly said this will be the most difficult and challenging part of the entire game. A dark, narrow environment full of traps, perfect to increase suspense and really test our skills. And it is precisely in this cave that we will probably face the most intense part of fleeing from Banban. We will have to run, hide, use the environment to our advantage, and above all try not to get caught by this new terrifying version of Banban. But that's not all. Just when we think we are doomed, we might receive unexpected help. Flambeau could appear right at the end of the cave to help us. This would give us our very first direct encounter with Flambeau in Chapter 8, a moment that will surely delight all the fans of the series, an encounter that could mark a decisive turning point in the story, perhaps the moment we begin to better understand Flambeau's motivations and his role in all this madness. In short, a key moment that adds suspense, emotion, and just the right dose of hope in an otherwise tense and scary game. Well, this is just the first part of how the story of Garten of Banban 8 might be, a theory I built based on some information already present in the game. Obviously, the story will continue because there will also be encounters with other characters like Sir Dadadu. If you're interested, I can try to make a second part where I continue to develop the story. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next updates. See you soon. Bye bye.